Well, thank you very much. Most of the songs, because we've only been playing our instruments in fourth grade for a fean months, are going to be traded around the ensemble. They're simple melodies that we hear almost every year because these are the first few songs using the first few notes that we learn in the book. And we try to make it a little bit different each year and put some surprises in. Today, we're going to be doing one that we've done pretty commonly in the last few years. This is Mary Had a Little Lamb with a surprise, cool ending that you're going to hear from our percussion section. So here we go with our version of Mary Had a Little Lamb. Stand up, I'll sit down. All right. So, we're missing one of our flute friends today. However, we're ready to go with our trio of a flute and clarinet little section solo. This is our version of Ode to Joy. Our flute and clarinet sections in fourth grade. All right. And bring up Mr. Esch. Say hello, Mr. Esch.
All right, everybody. Next up, we have our saxophone section, giving us our version of
Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star.
All right, and next up we're going back to the full band, and we're gonna go around the instruments again with Good King Wenceslas. All right, thank you. Next up we have our brass section, so that includes the trumpets and the trombones, and we're going to give you our very, very special version of Old MacDonald Had a Farm.
All right, so we've gone through the woodwinds and the brass. Now we're going to feature our percussion section, and we're going to help them out a little bit on some of the battery things in the back. So Mr. Esch and I are going to be doing some other things to keep ourselves occupied with our version of dreidel, dreidel. So here's our percussion section of dreidel, dreidel. All right, let's please be a great audience so we can get a good start. Okay, thank you. Our percussion section. Stand up, guys. All right. They have so much to take care of in the back there. They can have a seat. Especially when we're working with something like Dreidel that has a lot of pickup notes and everything else in there. And Mr. Esch came up with that timpani part last week, and it really started to gel. So we wanted to do that one for you, just like that today. All right, I'm going to take the band the rest of the way through here. This is our this year's version of an arrangement of Jingle Bells. So we're going to trade it through the ensembles and take it through that. So here we go. Sometimes like that, it's okay to sing because you guys were awesome getting through that with Jingle Bells. I hope you had a lot of fun with that one. We're going to take one more number and one more opportunity for you to hear everyone throughout the fourth grade band to play our closer, which is the NA Shuffle. Immediately after that, the fourth grade band is going to stand up and take their quick bow, and then they're going to go down, and the fifth grade band is going to come up. So there may be a little bit of wiggling time, but then we'll know when it's time to get restarted with the fifth grade band. So here we go. This is the NA Shuffle, the last number for the fourth grade band. So when we're playing with the fourth grade band, especially when we're playing things like Jingle Bells and Shuffle Blues and NA Shuffle and things like that, it's good to clap. It's cool to clap. But when we have some of these other harder pieces that the fifth grade is playing, let's just sit back and listen. I'd love you to participate maybe towards the end, but we want to make sure that we can stay on time, right? We're doing really well with that one when that works out. Okay, all right, thank you very much. We are going to go to Mr. Esch again for the next number, and he'll explain a little bit more about that. This is one of our favorites that we've been working on. So I'll bring Mr. Esch back up, and he's got it. I'll switch and play trumpet. Oh, you'll find out.
I heard a question. What song is it? Well, let me tell you. We, the fifth grade band here at McKnight, are going to give you our very, very best of the William Tell Overture. You might recognize it from cartoons. But you will hear the melody in the trumpet section. You will hear the melody in the saxophone section. You'll hear the low melody in the trombone and baritone section. So, give a listen to our William Tell Overture.
Okay, so we went fast there. Now we're going to do a little bit of a slow piece. This has been a little bit a challenge for us. Our mallet percussion is going to help us, our percussionists that are playing mallets and playing bells are going to help us all the way through this, as are our flutes and our trumpets carrying the melody. This is another one from our book. It's in 3/4 time, so quite a change for us. The last two numbers are actually going to be in 3. So this is one from our book that is called Above the Clouds. All right. We're going to make it, Dr. Shoot. We're going to make it. We're going to make it. We were hoping to get everything wrapped up by about 10, somewhere between 10 and maybe quarter after, so it should give us time to get downstairs again and get our stuff, or wherever we have to go to get our things and get ourselves loaded to go home. So that works out. It's a very great end to our day. So we have one more number that we're going to play for you. Before we do, I want to thank you again for being a very, very good audience. This will be a good primer for the chorus concerts, which are next week on Tuesday, right? So we'll have our 4th and 5th grade chorus programs. And then in January, when the orchestra gets up here and plays, okay? I also want to make sure I thank the 3rd, 4th grade team, the specials teams, for making sure that we could have an extra rehearsal and all the time. This would not go on without all of our efforts. And of course, Dr. Shute and Mr. Gillis for making sure that we have everything that we need to have good bands here at McKnight. Okay, so we're going to play our last number, and hopefully we'll keep everything together, because we like to play this fast, but we really need to stay in control. It is a Christmas song. It's called Carol of the Bells. Some people know it as Christmas Chimes. And because it's Carol of the Bells, most of the work, the heavy lifting, is going to be from our percussion section in the back. So we get a nice opportunity to listen to them play along, trumpets and flutes and saxophones, and everyone will have melody along the way too. Okay, so here we go. This is Carol of the Bells.